Hi guys. So in this session, we will understand the map interface concept. So basically, map interface has mainly two classes, that is HashMap, linked HashMap, and map interface has sub interface, that is sorted interface, and this tree map can implement to the sorted map as well as map interface. So this map can implement to all three classes, HashMap, linked HashMap, as well as it can implement to this tree map as well, right? So now we will understand what is the map interface, why we use map interface, right? And what all are important points. So see, map contains value on the basis of key, that is key and value pair, right? So if you want to store a value in the form of key and value pair, then that time you can go with the map interface, right? So we will see through coding as well, right? So map contains value on the basis of key, that is key and value pair, right? And each key and value pair is known as entry, right? And map contains only unique keys, right? So key cannot be duplicate, right? So map contains only unique keys, but it can have duplicate value. So values can be duplicate, but keys will be unique only, right? And it allows only one null key. So in the map, you can use null value at once, right? Null key at once, but you can use multiple null values. So key you can use null at once only, but values you can use multiple nulls, right? So it allow only one null key, but it allows multiple null values, right? So mostly interviewer asks, will it be allow null key or not? So you can say it allows null key at once only, but we can use multiple null values, right? So these are the four main points which you need to focus in map interface, right? So now we will understand what is the difference between all three classes, why we are using all three classes, HashMap, linked HashMap, TreeMap, why we are using, right? So as you know, HashMap can implement to this map interface, and HashMap doesn't maintain any order, it doesn't maintain any order, right? But linked HashMap also implement to this map interface, and linked HashMap maintains insertion order. So now you know, HashMap doesn't maintain any order, linked HashMap maintains insertion order, right? And this tree map can implement to the sorted map as well as map interface, and tree map maintains ascending order, right? So now you have seen the difference between all three classes, right? Again, I will explain you. HashMap doesn't maintain any order. Linked HashMap maintains insertion order. Tree map maintains ascending order, right? So these are the difference between all three classes, right? So here I have written, if you want, you can see HashMap is the implementation of map interface and it doesn't maintain any order. Linked HashMap is the implementation of map interface and it maintains insertion order, and tree map is the implementation of map and sorted map interface and it maintains ascending order, right? So far we have seen what is the map interface and what is the difference between all three classes, HashMap, linked HashMap, tree map, right? Now we will see the methods, what all methods we can use. So whatever the methods we have in map interface, same methods will be applicable for all three classes: HashMap, LinkedHashMap, and TreeMap, right? So same method will be available under these three classes, right? So now we can see the methods of map interface. So these are the methods of map interface, right? And these methods will be applicable, will be available for all three classes: HashMap, LinkedHashMap, and TreeMap. So these methods will be common for all three classes, right? So first method we have put, right? So here put method we are using to add the elements, to add the key and value pair, right? Put all means if you want to add group of element, right? If you want to add collection of entry, right? Then you can use put all method. Remove, if you want to remove particular key or if you want to remove particular value, then we can use remove method. And if you want to verify whether this key is available, whether this key is available under the map or not, then we can use contains key. So contains key will search key whether it is available or not, right? And if you want to search any particular value, then you can use the contains value method. And empty method, as we already have seen in other classes, so empty, it will check whether our map is an empty or not, right? So we can use this is empty method. And if you want to check the size of map, then we can use the size method. And if you want to clear all the elements, all the object, then we can use clear method, right? It will clear all the objects, right? All the elements. And this key set, it will return all the key, whatever the key you have stored under map interface, it will return all the key in a set, in one set, right? And if you want to return all the values which you have stored under map, then you can use key value, right? And entry set, it will return all key and value pair, that is called entry, right? So it will return whatever the key and value pair you have stored, it will return all the key and value pair in one set, right? And if you want to retrieve any particular key, then you can use get key method. And if you want to return, if you want to retrieve any particular value, then you can use get value method. And if you want to set, or we can say if you want to update or modify any particular value, then we can use set value method, right? So any value which you want to replace or which you want to modify, then you can pass here and it will modify, right? So these are the 14 methods which we are going to see through practically, right? And these are the map interface methods which is available for all three classes, that is HashMap, LinkedHashMap, and TreeMap, right? So now I will create one class, there I will show you through practically. So I already have created this collection framework project, right? Now under SRC, we have collection concept. Now I will create one package with the name of map concept. Map, we can say map interface concept. Interface concept. Now I will create one class. So we have three classes, right? Map can implement three classes. One is HashMap, LinkedHashMap, and TreeMap, right? So as I already have explained you, methods will be same in all three classes. So I will show you HashMap. So you can use in a same way LinkedHashMap and TreeMap. So today I will explain you HashMap, right? So I will create a class with the name of HashMap demo, right? Now I will create one main method. right? So far we have created a main method as well. Now what we will have to do, we will have to create object, right? So how we can create an object for HashMap? So we can create like this, HashMap, and then reference variable is equal to new HashMap, new HashMap, right? So if you want to store dynamic element, then you can create an object like this, right? So it is giving an error because we have not imported yet. So we will have to import. So this HashMap is belongs to java.util.hashmap package, right? So now we can import it here. Import java.util package. So if you are using asterisk here, that means whatever the sub packages and classes are available under this util package, it will consider, it will applicable for all of them, right? And if you are not using this asterisk, then you can use here has map as well. Has map, right? So you can use asterisk as well as has map. So see, error has gone, right? But I want to use asterisk so that it will be applicable for all of them, right? Whatever the sub packages and classes we are going to use, which is available under util package, right? So it will be applicable for all of them, right? Now we can create an object in another way as well, right? So key, as we know, map contains key and value pair, right? So here key we are going to take integer value, right? So here you can take integer. So whatever the type you will define here, right? In the same type of data you will have to store, right? So as I have taken integer, so key I will have to take integer value only, right? And value I am going to take string, going to store string value, right? So here you can put anything. You can put integer, right? You can take key and value pair both integer, and you can also take character. Both you can take key and value pair. You can store character as well, string as well, right? So as per your requirement, you can use it. I will show you. See. So here I am going to store integer as well as string. So we can define like this. See, right? And I will change this reference variable because here I already have taken reference variable m. So here I will take m1, right? Now I can show you, if you want to store key and value pair both as string, then you can provide here string as well. See, so it is also correct, right? So you can define type as per your requirement, right? We can take character as well. If you want to store key and value both as a character, then you can take character as well here. Character, right? So if you are defining character, then you will have to store key and value pair both as a character only, right? See, right? So if you want to take string, then you can take string as well, only string, right? String. So as per your requirement, you can use any of them, right? So these are the many ways to create an object under HashMap or LinkedHashMap, TreeMap. So in all three classes, you can create an object like this, right? Now, so I have showed you these are the ways to create an object under HashMap, right? And if you want to store dynamic data, then you can create like this, right? So today I am going to store the value in the form of key and value. So key I will take as a integer, and value I will keep in string, right? So I will comment these objects and I will use this one, right? So since we are using integer, so it means key will be in integer form and value will be in string form, right? So let's start adding the value, right? So we have a method, right? I have showed you here. So first we have put method, right? So we will use put method. So a reference variable we have, I will take m only, or we can take map, right? So this is a reference variable. You can take anything, right? You can put anything. So map dot put, I will call to put method, right? Now here I will use one integer value. So suppose that I'm taking an integer value 101, and here I will have to provide one string value. Here I'm taking string. So I will have to store here string. So let's say string I'm taking aria, right? So likewise, we can store multiple values, right? See, so now I will change the key, right? So key cannot be duplicate. See in the definition, it is saying map contains value on the basis of key and value pair. So see, this is a key and this is a value. So this is in the form of key and value pair, right? And second, it is saying each key and value pair is known as entry. So it means this key and this value, this is a pair of key and value, right? And it is known as entry. So we can call it entry as well to this key and value pair, right? So we can call this is one entry, this is two entry, this is third entry, right? This is fourth entry, and this is fifth entry, right? We can say. And third one, it is saying map contains only unique key, but it can have duplicate value, right? So here we have duplicate key, right? So if I'll print this out and this map. So under map, we have stored. So see, duplicate values are allowed, but duplicate keys are not allowed, right? So if I will print, then it will return only one output. Let me show you after execution. See, it is returning at once only because it does not contain duplicate key, right? So duplicate key are not allowed. See, it is saying map contains only unique keys, right? So if you are entering duplicate keys, then it will return only at once, right? And it is saying but it can have duplicate values, right? So if I'll put here 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have unique keys, right? Now we don't have any duplicate key, right? Now we have unique keys, but we have duplicate values, right? Now if I'll return, now if I'll run this program, then see it is returning, right? It is printing for all of them, right? So see, this is how it is saying a map contains unique keys, but it can have duplicate value. So key cannot be duplicate. This key cannot be duplicate, but values can be duplicate. Values can have duplicate, but keys cannot be duplicate, right? Now I will change the value now. So here we can put Rekha, Bindu, Indra, right? And here we can put Isha, right? So now I have given unique key and unique value, right? So this is a entry, right? This is a key and this is a value, right? So this key and value pair is called entry, right? So these are the 5 entries. Now it is saying it allow only one null key but multiple null values, right? So if I will here put map dot put, and here we can pass null only, right? So null key is allowed at once only. See here, null key and null values, it is printing, right? But if second time I will print here null, then it will not be allowed, because as you know, key cannot be duplicate, right? Key cannot be duplicate, and if we are using multiple times this null, then it will be duplicate, right? So that is why here it is saying it allow only one null key, because if second time we will use null, then it will be duplicate, but duplicate key will not be allowed, right? So we can use at once only, but multiple null values are allowed, because values could be duplicate, right? So I will remove this one. See, so far we have seen all 4 points, right? So I hope you understood these 4 points. Now if we want to retrieve any particular element, then how we can retrieve? So suppose that I want to retrieve the value, this one, Indra, then how we can retrieve? So we have get method to retrieve the element, to retrieve the value, right? So how we can retrieve? This reference variable dot get. So here we will have to pass key. So whatever the key you will provide here, it will return the value of that particular key, right? So if I'll provide this 104, right, then it will retrieve the value of this key only, this 104 key, right? So how we can get it? System.out.println, right? now if i'll now if I'll execute this program, then it will return Indra, because this key, this 104 key is mapped the value of this Indra, right? See, it is returning Indra only, right? So this is how you can get any of the value. If I will put here, instead of 104, we can put 105 as well, right? So it will return now Isha. So let's run this program. See, now it is returning Isha. So whatever the value you want to return, you want to retrieve, you will have to provide key, right? Now I want to remove particular any element. Then how we can remove? So suppose that I want to remove this null value, right? Then how we can remove? So we can use remove method, right? Map dot remove. We can call to this remove method, and here we can pass null. And after removing null, we can print map. So if I'll print now, then this null has been deleted, you can see. So we don't have any null key and value. Earlier it was there, right? Null was there. But now it has been deleted because we have removed by using remove method, right? Now we have other methods as well. So if you want to check whether this map is an empty or not, then we can use empty method. So how we can use? Map dot is empty method we can call. So it will return either true or false. So if condition is true, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false, right? So as of now, our condition will be false because map is not an empty, right? See, so it is saying whether this map is an empty or not. So this map is not empty because we have stored these many values, right? These many key and value pair, right? So it is not an empty. So it will return false, right? Let's run this program. See, it is returning false. If I will comment these values, it means now this map is an empty, right? Now if I will run, then it will return true. See, it is returning true because now we don't have any value because we have commented these key and value pair. So it means now this map is an empty. So since it is an empty, it is returning true, right? And again, if I'll uncomment, then again it will start returning false, right? Now we have other methods as well. So if I want to retrieve, or we can say if I want to search particular any key or value, then how we can search it. So here I will write here search key and value. Then how we can search? So with the help of contains method, we can search key and value both, right? So we have two methods as we have seen here. We have seen here contains key. So it will return, it will search key. And if you want to search particular value, then we can use contains value method, right? So as of now, I want to search key. Then I can use map dot contains. See, we have two methods, right? Contains key and contains value, and both will return true, boolean in the boolean form, right? Either it will return true or it will return false. So if that particular key is available, then it will return true, and if that key is not available, then it will return false, right? So let's see how it is going to return. So as of now, I am going to provide any particular key which is available here, right? So I will provide here 102. So since 102 is present here, it will return true, right? So if I will print here, then it will return true. Sys out. See, it is returning true because 102 is available. Now I will put any other key which is not available. So let's say I am putting here 108, right? But 108 is not available here. So it will return now false. See, it is returning false, right? So if you are searching any particular key which is not available, then it will return false, and if it is available, then it will return true, right? Now same for value as well. Let me put system.out.println. Now we can use map dot contains value. So now we are going to search particular value, right? So if you want to search particular value, then you can use contains value method, right? So here I will put bindu, right? So since bindu is available, right, then it will return true. See, it is returning true. But if I will give any other value which is not available, right? Let's say I am putting here Chetan. See, so if I since Chetan is not available under this map, right? So it will return now false. See, it is returning false. So if you are searching any particular value which is not available under this map, then it will return false, otherwise it will return true, right? So in the same way you can search any key or value, right? So now we have other methods, that is we have seen this contains, is empty, size. So we can see the size method as well. So how we can see size method? So if I want to check size of this map interface, then how we can check? Map dot size method, and then we can execute, then it will return the size of this map. So it is returning 5. So let's see whether we have 5 or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We have 6, but this null one, this sixth ones, we already have removed here, right? So as of now, currently we have only 5, right? So that's why it is returning 5 size, right? Now if I want to clear, then we can use clear method here. Sys out map dot, not here, here we can print only map, here we can use map dot clear. See, so here we have cleared, right? After clearing, we are printing here. So let's see. See here, it is returning empty list, right? It has been cleared all the values which is available. See, earlier it was like this. After removing null, we got this, right? And now we are getting this empty list because we have cleared all the entry, right? So now I will comment this method, right? So clear we have seen. Now we can check this key set. So how we can use the key set method? So map dot, we can call it key set. So if I will use this key set method, then whatever the key is available, right? It will return all the key in one set, right? So let's print it. So how we can print? Sys out see, it is returning all the keys in one set. So this key set, basically it is used to return all the keys in one set, right? So I will put here output like this. And if you want to return all the values, right, then how we can use? We have key value method we have, right? So let's see, we can use the key value as well. So we can call it key, not key value, we sorry, this is not a key value, we have a value only we have. So let's see, we have values method we have, right? So how, if I want to get all the values in one set, then how we can get it? Map dot values, right? So now let me put it here, system dot out dot println. Then it will return all the values. Let me write it here so that it will be clear to you. Returning all the values in one set. See, so and it will return all the values, and for this one I will write here returning all the keys in one set, right? So that it will be more clear to you. So if I'll run this, see, it is returning all the values. It is returning all the values which is related to these keys, right? So if you want to return all the values which is available under map, then you can use values method, and if you want to return all the keys, then you can use key set method. If you want to return all the key which is available under map interface, then you can use key set method, right? So far we have seen this key set values. Now we can see the entry set as well. So if you want to return entry all the entry in one set, then we can use entry set method, right? So it will return all the key and value pair, entry set method, right? So let's use it. How we can use entry set method? So let me comment it. Return all entries that is in bracket key and value pair. Then we can use map dot entry set. Here we have entry set, right? So if you are using entry set, then it will return all the key and value pair which is available or which is being stored under map interface. So let's execute it and see the output. See, this entry set method is returning all the key and value pair, that is called entry, right? So it is returning all the entries. So if you want to return all the key and value pair, then you can use this method. So see, I have written all three methods here. So if you want to return only keys, then you can use key set method. If you want to return only values, then you can use values method. And if you want to return entry, means if you want to return key and value pair, then you can use entry set method, right? So far we have seen these three, right? But if you want to return individually, because see, as of now it is returning in one set, right? But if you want to return individually, one by one, then we can use for each loop here. How we can use for each loop here? So we can use like this for each loop. So since it is returning all the keys, right? So key, it is in integer form, so I will take int because key is returning integer value. So I will take type t here, sorry, int here. I will take data type int, and then reference variable I will take I, and then here I will use this map dot key set. Then it will return individual value, and after that what I will do, sys out, I will print this I, value of I. Then what it will do, it will store, see, it will store all the whatever the keys are there, it will store under this reference variable I, and it will print one by one here, because here I'm using system.out.println I, right? So if I'll run this program, let me put one message here, sys out printing individual keys, right? Let me run this program. See, so earlier it was returning in one set, right? All the keys in one set, but now it is returning individually, right? 101, 102 in individually it is returning, right? So in the same way, if you want to return these values, right, these values, then you can return for the values as well, right? Earlier values it was returning like this, right? Now if you want to return individually, then how we can return? For each loop we can use, right? For each loop. So these our values is in string form. Then we can take a data type string, and here we can pass as reference variable. You can take anything, str you can take, right? And then here we can copy this map dot values and we can paste it here. So all the values will store under this str, and then we can print it sys out str. Then whatever the values will be there stored under this str, it will print one by one. See, so earlier it was printing in the form of set in one set, but now it is printing one by one, right? Individually it is printing. So for the same this entry set as well, if you want to return individually all the entry set, then how we can return, right? So again here we will have to use for each loop for entry set as well, right? So how we can use, let me put one message here so that it will be clear. So I will write here reading key and value pair, key and value pair using entry method, right? So let me use for each loop. So by using for each loop, we can print individually or an all entry set. So how we can use for each loop here? So first we can copy this entry set, right? We can copy this entry set and we can paste it here, right? And this entry set we will have to store in one reference variable, right? So we can store in entry because since it is key and value pair, right? So I will store one, I will take one reference variable that is entry. So now whatever the entries are there, those entries will be stored under this entry reference variable. Now we will have to define type as well, variable type. So our variable type is map dot entry, map dot entry, map dot entry, right? So this map dot entry is a variable type, and now reference variable has been deleted, sorry, mistakenly. See, so now I have added here, right? Now we can use, see, this is a for each loop. So I have copied from here and paste it here. So this will return all the entries, and all the entries I'm storing under this entry reference variable, and this is a type of this reference variable, right? This is a type of variable, right? Now what we will do, same, we can use system.out.println, sys out, right? And here we can pass this entry dot, we can get key, right? So here we are taking, we have a get key method, right? So with the help of get key method, we can get the key, right? And now we have one another method that is get value. So with the help of get value, we can get all the values which is associated with this get key, right? So we can use get entry dot get value. We have get value method, right? So now with the help of this get key and get value, we can get all the keys and value. So all keys and value pair will be entry, right? So let me run this program. See, so earlier it was returning in the form of set, but now it is returning individually. So this is a key. With the help of this get key method, it is returning all the keys, and with the help of this get method, it is returning all the values which is associated with these keys, right? With these keys. So these key and value pair is entry. So here we have 5 entries, right? Now one more way we have to reading an entry. So we can use iterator method as well to read all the entries. So how we can use iterator method? So let me comment this out. I will give some message here. So reading entry, or we can say key and value pair entries, in bracket I will write key and value pair. Key and value pair using iterator method, right? So how we can use iterator method? So first of all, this map dot entry set, right? We can store in one set. So we can store in one reference variable. So how we can store? We can store in reference variable as, this is a reference variable. So this all entries we are storing under this reference variable s, and it will return type will be set, because all entry, right, all key will return uniquely, right? It will return unique keys. So that's why we are using return type set here, so that it can return unique element, unique keys, right? Now I will use iterator class. So how we can use iterator class here? So iterator itr reference variable is equal to, right, this reference variable we will take, and then we will call to iterator method. Sorry, control z, reference variable we have s only, right? So s dot we can call to this iterator method, right? So iterator method is used to traverse the element, right? So if any next element is available, then it will traverse, right? It will move into the next element, right? Now what we can use? We can use while loop. So if iterator means itr has next values, right? If it has next values, then it will, if condition is true, if we have other values, it will iterate, right? It will move into the, it will check, and it will iterate into the next element, right? So if it is a correct, if it is a, if condition is true, if condition is true, then it will check. If condition is true, then it will move into the next line. So next line will be this itr dot next, right? And then we will store these values in entry, and then return type will be map dot entry. This is a variable type. So entry means key and value pair, right? Now it is asking us to typecast. So we can typecast here, right? And after that, what we can do, again, we can use system.out.println sys out, and we can use this entry dot get key and get value, which earlier we have used. So here we can, if with the help of this get key, we can get all the keys, and after that we can use plus space, and then we can get all the values as well. Entry dot get values, get value method. So now if I run this program, see it is returning all the values. So let me give some message here. Message we have not given here. So let me copy this system.out.println and paste it before this set. So reading key and value pair using iterator method. Iterator method, right? So if I'll run this program, then see. So using entry method, it was giving the same output, and with the help of this iterator method, it is giving same output, right? So this iterator and entry set all are using to reading an element, right? So whatever you feel comfortable, you can use it to read the entry, right? So if you are using only this entry set, then it will return in the form of set. All the key and value it will return in one set, right? And if you want to return all the key and value pair individually, then you can use this for each loop, right? With the help of this entry set and this get key and value, you can get all the key and value pair, right? And also you have one another option, that is iterator method. So with the help of iterator method, you can get all the key and value pair, right? So basically I use this one because it's very easy to read all the entries, right? So all of them are easy. Whatever you feel comfortable to read the element, you can use, right? So I have showed all three methods. So if you want to get all the key and value pair in one set, then you can simply use this method entry set. And if you want to get individually key and value pair like this, like uh, like this, then you can use this for each loop as we have used here, right? So this map dot entry set, all entry set you can store in one reference variable, and then you can use this type of variable, and then you can get all the key by using this get key method, and get all the values by using this get value method. So this is one way to read all the entries, and this is one another way by using this iterator method. So whatever you feel comfortable, you can use it, right? So far we have completed hash set, right? So in the same way, you can use linked hash set and sort this tree set as well, right? Not tree set, linked hash map and tree map as well. So far, we have completed hash map. In the same way, you can use linked hash map as well as tree map, right? Everything will be the same. The only thing you can use here, instead of this hash map, right? You can use linked hash map here. Linked hash map, right? Else everything will be same, right? See, this is for linked hash map. And same for tree map. So you can use tree map as well. Tree map, right? So likewise, you can use linked hash map, tree map as well, right? else all the methods and everything will be the same, right? Everything will be the same as we have seen under HashMap, right? So in the same way you can use HashMap and TreeMap as well. And difference we already have seen, HashMap doesn't maintain any order, linked HashMap maintains insertion order, TreeMap maintains ascending order. So difference you should be aware, because mostly interviewer ask the difference between in all three, right? So I hope you understood. If you still have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment. I will reply you. Thank you guys for watching.